In these troubling days of a modern world gone mad, one man has the technology to make a difference in time and space.
interesting people, there's a mystery to be solved. An adventure is unfolding, so why not get involved? Come on and read all about it.
How about move downwards? No, Otto. I'm trying to think of a problem to put in the newspaper, like the one I had to solve in Dunedin's problem pit. Move downwards is a clue, and our readers will have to think of different words that have the same meaning. Five. So far I thought of drop and slip. Do you know any others? Well, Otto, I was waiting for you to give me the words. You're a big help. Sam, do you want to help me?
Not now. I have to finish this story about Dunedin before Chris gets back from the library. I wonder if he found out who the Queen was.
I suppose you won't help me either?
I suggest you examine the thesaurus.
I knew this newspaper would be a lot of work. I'll look up drop. Draw, drive. Here it is, drop. Look at all these words which have the same meaning as drop. This gives me more than I need.
I found the book. I know who she is. She's... Where is she? Where's she gone? Who? Who? The Queen. She was right here on the desk.
I don't see any queen. Do you, Sam?
No. Maybe she's very, very small. But she is small. She's only this high. I suppose you expect us to believe that she's the Queen of Hearts.
From Alice's Adventures in Wonderland.
Yes, that's her. Oh, you guessed. And then the transporter started to work again, and she disappeared. How did you ever figure out who she was? Oh, it wasn't so difficult. Well, I hope she got back to her book safely. A story about the Queen of Hearts. Trying to discover her identity was like being in a detective story.
Hey, yeah, you could call it The Case of the Misplaced Queen by Chris Anderson.
There, I'm finished. Here's our story about Dunedin. Meeting Dunedin in the Galaxy Trialveron and the Adventures in the Problem Pit by Samantha Nickus. Sounds like a whole paragraph, Sam, not a headline.
How about Adventures in the Problem Pit by Sam Nickus?
But we should have the name Dunedin in the headline. After all, that's why we're putting the story in the paper. I agree. How about Dunedin's Galaxy? tells us who the story's about and where it takes place.
Or the Dunedin Adventure. Sounds more dramatic.
And it looks more dramatic, too. I like it. Great. You know, I think we'll be ready to print our first edition by tomorrow.
The first edition will include
And the editorial telling people who we are. And our motto.
And you're gonna write a Queen of Hearts story.
Yes, but that's not enough. We need more items. Lynn's what?
I thought it might be fun to put in some problems for our readers to solve. And we could give the answers in the next edition.
Sounds good. We'll need a couple problems, and maybe a riddle or two.
excellent idea. May I suggest this one? Invented in Canada. It rolls along with a push. Makes old faces look new.
Great, Theta. What's the answer?
Small malfunction in answer circuitry prevents immediate response. Time will be required to transfer data to another circuit.
Take all the time you want, Theta. We don't need the answer to our second edition. Hey, it's getting late. We better get home.
Yeah. See you tomorrow, Otto.
Good night, Theta.
Good night.
Good night, Otto. Arrivederci. What's that? It's an Italian word. It means goodbye. Oh.
Wait a minute. I forgot something. I'm going to read it.
I thought you said you didn't like reading.
I don't. What are you talking about? Hurry up, Chris. Come on, Chris.
Events seem to be progressing well. Arrivederci.
A lawnmower?
Yes, it rolls along with the push. That's what the riddle says.
It also says makes old faces look new. It doesn't say anything about lawns. I think it's an electric toothbrush.
You hold an electric toothbrush. You don't push it.
Lynn, Sam, wait up. Hi, Chris. Have you figured out the riddle yet? No, but I found something else to put in our paper.
A book?
Early Country Travels by Anita Junes. Look on page 34, at the bottom.
Village?
This book was written over 70 years ago. Herbertville was still a village then. Hey, that looks just like our coach house. That's what I thought, too.
But what does this have to do with our paper?
Well, some people like history, especially about where they live. So I thought, in each edition of the paper, we can put in a little item about the life in Herbertville when it was a village, starting with our coach house. I think that's a great idea, and I thought you locked the door yesterday. I did. Oh, no! Look at that! Otto, Theta, are you right? Why would anybody do this?
We were unable to identify the intruder.
Is anything missing? Looks like everything's okay. Here's your editorial. And, wait a minute. My story about Dunedin. It's gone. It's been stolen.
Do you think someone is trying to stop us from putting Dunedin's name in the paper?
But that doesn't make sense. Sam can always rewrite the story. And why would anybody make such a mess?
I suspect the motive is to prevent publication of the paper.
But no one knows we're printing the paper yet. Except Mr. O'Regan.
Maybe we're being watched.
What'll we do? Finish our first edition as soon as possible, and then we'll see what happens. Okay, I'll rewrite the Dunedin adventure while I still remember it. Good. By the time Lynn and I put things back in place, it'll be ready for the duplicating machine.
It won't take us long to run the paper off, and tomorrow we can distribute it around town.
You could type my Queen of Hearts story.
There is a problem. In changing circuits, I have accidentally erased the answer to the following riddle.
Oh, Theta.
Where can we find a book about Canadian inventions?
We haven't any time. We'll print the riddle and find out the answer tomorrow. Now let's get started.
I'm just wild about Harris, and Harris wild about you. Our main attraction is friendly action to put a winning smile on you.
They'll make you feel like $1 billion.
Plus we throw in free parking too. Oh, I'm just wild about Harris, and Harris wild about you.
Harrah's Marina Hotel Casino. This is today's Chevrolet S10 Blazer.
For the fun, for the joy, for the town, or the great outdoors, it's all there for you.
We weekends, work, or just plain cruising, Chevy S10 Blazer can do it all with versatility, style, and a touch of fun. No wonder it's America's favorite sport utility vehicle, Chevy S10 Blazer.
Drive today, Chevy. Live today, Chevy.
Live it.
Chevy.
My kitty cat craves chicken. My kitty cat craves milk. My kitty cat craves tuna. So my kitty cat craves Crave.
Crave Dry Cat Food is made with real chicken, milk, and tuna proteins. The protein-rich foods cats crave and the variety of tastes they love.
My kitty cat is healthy. My kitty cat's carefree. I love my cat with lots of Crave, so my kitty cat loves me.
You're being so good on your diet, you haven't cheated at all tonight. I guess that 12-hour appetite suppressant you took this morning is really working. Well, hasn't it been a lot longer than 12 hours since you took it? I mean, so what happens now? Does
If your appetite suppressant calls it a day before you do, you need Accutrim. Accutrim lasts longer than any other brand of appetite suppressant, a full 16 hours.
You know, this could really use some more chopped nuts. Oh, waiter!
Accutrim, it's at its strongest when you're at your weakest.
A legendary sword is in the hands of a beautiful new master, Red Sonja, a steel-bladed adventure of warriors and wizards, conquerors and kings.
Kill them.
Magnificent danger and murderous fun.
That's food around here.
Arnold Schwarzenegger, Brigitte Nielsen, Red Sonja, rated PG-13. Starts Wednesday, July 3rd.
There's something about a born leader that you recognize immediately. That's why over 43 million people flock to Metropolitan for insurance protection. That's why 68 of the top 100 American industrial companies come to Metropolitan for employee benefit programs. In fact, Metropolitan is one of America's largest pension asset managers. Because a leader is someone you feel sure about, no matter what. Getting that, it pays.
Will Madonna tie the knot? Details tonight.
New Seagram's Cooler. Taste it all. Reward yourself. New Seagram's Cooler. A great break from beer. More with it than wine. New Seagram's Cooler. A refreshing combination of cool white wine with a touch of crisp, sunny citrus. Tastes clean, fresh, refreshing. You deserve it. Refreshing Seagram's Cooler. It's earned the Seagram name. New Seagram's Cooler.
Slow down. We want you to know. Each one's someone different with their own way to go. Slow down. Hear what each one's saying. Slow down.
Tonight, take them to dinner at Roy Rogers and let everyone be themselves.
Roy Rogers says slow down.
When it's important, America turns to CBS News for objectivity, accuracy, reliability. Watch the CBS Evening News with Dan Rather.
Tuesday, Dallas's Linda Gray is a divorced mother living with her boyfriend. But her family and friends are outraged.
Hey, get out of here! Get out of here!
And her ex-husband threatens to take her children away from her.
I'm going to fight you, Nancy.
Now she must choose between her daughters and the man she loves. Not in front of the children, Tuesday.
Tomorrow on CBS.
Hey, come on! Hey, Mom. A kid needs some things to call his own. So buy your kid a sports car. Or a VCR. Or sugar-free Kool-Aid. I thought you'd like the idea. It's the one sugar-free for kids. The only one with that awesome Kool-Aid taste. You were a kid once. Wasn't Kool-Aid your favorite?
And Mom's, it has vitamin C, 100% NutraSweet, and no saccharin.
Michael?
It's the one sugar-free for kids.
In Japan, there is a hydrating lotion that seems to absorb instantly. In France, a skincare regime helps women look younger longer by filtering the sun. In Germany, there is a skin energizer that accelerates cell renewal. The world's most advanced skincare is brought to you by one company, Avon. At Avon, we have elevated the science of skincare to an art. Avon, the art and science of beauty.
Witness the emergence of a revolutionary automotive idea, Dodge Caravan. It will be widely imitated, but thanks to a 5-year, 50,000-mile protection plan and front-wheel drive, it may never be equaled. Dodge Caravan, one vehicle that takes the place of an economy car, sporty car, station wagon, and van. Dodge Caravan is a transportation revolution.
Channel 2 News Watch, sponsored by Heineken Beer. Here's Tony Gaida.
Good evening. Day 11 in the Beirut hostage crisis, and there are new tensions. The Shiites holding 40 Americans say they want the U.S. Navy to back off from the Lebanese coast. The Reagan administration says no way. The search for victims and debris of an Air India jet goes on in the Atlantic Ocean off Ireland, as does the search for 2 alleged terrorists who may be responsible for its destruction. Join us tonight at 11.
Why just have a beer when you can have the beer? Heineken, America's #1 imported beer.
Come to think of it, I'll have a Heineken.
A high-fashion murder tomorrow at 4.
On behalf of Burger King, I am pleased to announce that we have just changed the Whopper.
Figures. Did you bother to ask a woman's opinion?
I'm sure we're all in agreement.
In other words, no, you did not ask a woman's opinion.
The new Whopper has more beef than ever. More beef than Big Mac or Wendy's single. And you beat them both for best taste.
Hold it. Wait a minute. More beef, better taste?
The new Whopper. More beef than Big Mac or Wendy's single, and winner for best taste.
You know what really burns me up? It's great.
Hello, I'm Frank Bartles, and you know Ed. You know, I had almost forgotten the 4th of July was coming up, which would have been embarrassing, as that is Ed's sister's nephew, Oscar's birthday. So every year, just about everybody takes off work and has a picnic or fireworks in legally approved areas. So you should stock up on Bartles and James premium wine coolers, as they are perfect to celebrate birthdays like this. Well, have a good time on Oscar's birthday, and thank you for your support.
Weekdays, feel the heat.
That's terrific.
America discovers phones that break.
Can you hear me now?
Phones you can't hear through.
Don't call me.
And phones not worth fixing.
I'll call you.
Just because you know that an AT&T phone
Hello.
is reliable and sounds loud and clear doesn't mean everyone else can make
Hello.
phones that good.
Hello.
When was the last time you had trouble with an AT&T phone?
This is more than I paid for.
You get what you pay for.
Some of you, but you need to know it. Now be quiet, sit up, and pay attention. This is serious business. Irvin, roll the projector. Turn out the house lights.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
Hi, I'm Meadow Loughlin of the Harlem Globetrotters, and I'm going to tell you about the world. Once upon a time, everybody thought the world was flat. Then they began to think it was, but they really weren't sure which shape it was. At last, folks finally figured out it was round, and that was a great relief. Then they decided the Earth had an axis, poles, and an equator, and it divided into two hemispheres, the north and the south, not to mention east and west directions, and there's a bunch of latitude lines and a flock of longitude lines, and boy, that's enough to weigh you down.
Hi, I'm Spinning Man, and I'm here to tell you something very important. The Earth spins.
That guy's an axis. The axis is an imaginary line inside the Earth, running from this end to that end. And the Earth spins on it just like a wheel spins on an axle. But when we are talking about the Earth, we call it an axis. Now, the two ends of the axis, here and there, are called poles. You've heard of the North and South Pole. Well, the North Pole is at the north end of the axis, and the South Pole is at the south end of the axis. Of course, these poles are not to be confused with flag poles, phone poles, pineapple poles, fishing poles, and tadpoles. How did I know which one was the North Pole and which was the South Pole? Well, because of the 4 directions. Let me show you. Say, officer, could you explain which way is north, south, east, or west?
Sure. That's west, that's south, that's east over there, and that's north over there.
Thanks. Well, there are 4 principal directions, but just in case you don't have 4 arms, here's what you ought to remember. Ta-da! When you go up farther toward the North Pole, which some people say is the top, you are going north. If you go in the other direction, you are going south. Now, there are 2 other directions, east and west. And if I went around in this direction, I would be going east. And if I backed up in this direction, I would be going west. If you flatten out a world map, the same things still apply. This flat map has the same 4 directions as the round Earth has. Now, if this movie screen was a giant map, then at the top would be the north. And at the bottom would be the south. And over to the right would be the east. All right? And over to the left would be the west. The Earth as we saw it before is shaped sort of like a ball. But scientists dream up this fancy word for it, and they call this shape a sphere. The 2 words really mean the same thing. Scientists just like to use the word sphere. Well, if some of those guys invented our sports, today we'd be playing
Take me out to the sphere game. La, la,
base sphere, basket sphere, and of course, foot sphere. So you see, it's really quite simple. Hey! Somebody's trying to put something over on old metal log. This isn't a sphere. Only round balls are spears. I don't want this turkey.
And it's 1, 2, 3, and you're out if it's not a spear.
Now don't watch too close. This might hurt your eyes. Now look what we've got. 2 half spheres. We call one of these things a hemisphere. The word hemi is a Greek word which means half. That's all there is to it. Hemi means half. The word hemi occurs frequently in the English language. For example, there's hemi duck, and there's hemi dog, and the Himalaya mountain. Hemi just means half. Now let me show you something else. Suppose we take a scoop of northern ice cream and a hemisphere of southern ice cream. If we put our southern hemisphere of ice cream together with our northern hemisphere of ice cream, we get a sphere of ice cream. Now we can divide the earth the same way into northern and southern hemispheres. If we bring the two together, we get a whole sphere. I just hem the hemisphere together. This hemming will only take a moment. So there's a northern hemisphere and a southern hemisphere. But the two halves don't really come apart. They stay together. The circle where the two halves touch is called the equator. The word equator comes from the same word that equal does. That's because the equator divides the earth into 2 equal parts. Equal equator. Simple. The equator isn't the only line that is on the map of the world. We have latitude lines and longitude lines. You can use these lines to say exactly where something is. It's kind of like an address. Now don't let these fancy words scare you. You already know how to use these 2 kinds of lines. You sort of use latitude and longitude to tell what seat you sit in. This is my seat here. I know I sit in seat 3 of row 2. That's like latitude and longitude. My latitude is 1, 2, 3 rows back. My longitude is 1, 2 rows over. I sit where the 2 lines cross. And now all you have to do is remember the fancy word. And remember which one is which. Here's how I remember which is which. Every time I think of latitude, I think of a ladder. Like the ladder, latitude tells how far up I can go. That is, how far north. Like the ladder, latitude also tells me how far down I go. That is, how far south. Each step of the ladder is like a line of latitude. Each line measures how many steps north or south we are. Just remember, lat is like a ladder. The way I remember longitude is that the first part of it is the word long. Whenever I think of long, I think of a long trip I took when I was just a little globetrotter. I remember I sat in the back seat and counted all the telephone poles we passed. 1,027, 1,028. The telephone poles told me how far we'd gone. Those long, tall telephone poles are just like lines of longitude. Whenever you see the word longitude, think of me on my trip going past the long, tall telephone poles. And now, the concluding episode of the mystery movie.
Latitude here. You lose them, we spot them, sweetheart.
Where is Transylvania? I must find Transylvania. Come to 902 Maltman Avenue. Price is no object.
This looks like a job for Captain Latitude. I'm here.
Never mind where you are. Where's Transylvania?
Ah, Transylvania. Let me think. It's located somewhere north of the equator.
Yeah. How far north?
I know. It's located somewhere on this line.
But that line goes all the way around the Earth. You tricked me?
Launch is here!
Hey, I was here first.
Nonsense! Longitude is everywhere!
We're not staying here.
But I know where Transylvania is!
Ah!
Let me see. East or west? Longitude can find it best. It's somewhere on that line.
But where on that line?
Well, I've told you how far east it is. Longitude can't do everything, you know.
Idiots!
I already told him it was somewhere on this line.
But you're wrong. It's on this line.
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 At last, I know. I'm late! He went through the window!
And that concludes our mystery movie for the evening. But now, a word from the man who makes all of this possible.
Hi out there, friends. This is Metallock Lemon here with Metallock Used Lemons. I mean, Metallock Used Globes. This here is my dog Spot. Now, this first globe is real cool. It spins on its own axis. Push it home today for just $29.95. This globe over here has the wrong kind of axis, so it's really cheap. Here's another good one, fully equipped with north and south poles. Hold it up so they can see it, Spot. This one has a steel at $39.95. Better make that $19.99. This next item here is incomplete. It's only a hemisphere. Spot here ate the other half. So it goes for, you guessed it, half price. These are demonstrators only, and of course, they are not spheres, so we'll let them go for $5 a piece. We're located at the corner of Latitude and Longitude. Just look for the big lemon in the sky. So come on down and see us, and remember, the best globe in town are lemons. Ain't that right, Spot?
Now, I hope you've all learned something from this fine motion picture. I know I did.
Have I got news for you? New Expert Eyes Mascara by Maybelline with the double brush system. With the first brush, I put on mascara to darken and thicken my lashes. But here's the big breakthrough. A second brush that's dry, so I can feather and separate each lash perfectly and make my lashes just the way I like them. Try it. You'll love the way your lashes will look. New Expert Eyes Mascara by Maybelline.
I'm at my best with Maybelline.
Have a soft drink, sweetie, and this time sing it with a smile.
You know, all this sweet stuff's just not my style.
I'm making my move to Canada Dry. So long the sweet things I'm ready to try. Ginger ale, crisp and light, like sweet and so right. I'm changing my taste. I'm raising my desire. She's making her move to Canada Dry.
Morning is your time. The earth wakes up with you. Always feel that spark of life in everything that you do.
Grape nuts. For you, it's as natural as the morning. No sugar added, no preservatives. Just an honest, nutty crunch. Post Grape Nut cereal. You know when you have it good.
Yes, you know when you have it good.
Introducing new improved Purina Cat Chow and some of life's happiest moments.
You're a part of me. Purina Cat Chow. Touch the heart of me. Purina Cat Chow.
Purina Cat Chow brand cat food. It's the best cat chow ever. It's got all the nutrition cats need to help them live healthier, happier lives. What's more, veterinarians recommend it most.
I feel how much you are a part of me.
New improved Purina Cat Chow. Part of a healthier, happier life.
Pick up dust. That's all I thought no wax sprays did. But then I tried new Duster Plus. Duster Plus contains no wax. It picks up dust plus stuff that's mixed in with it. Look, smears, smudges, rings, even spill marks come right up. Now that's dusting. If your house is like mine, there's more in your dust than just dust. So try new Duster Plus. It's wax-free, and Duster Plus picks up more than just dust.
Thursday, an investment scam turns from nonsense to serious business.
That wasn't nonsense to the guy who tried to have me killed.
With Magnum taking all the larcenous heat. And on Simon & Simon,
We're talking Major League dumb.
Rick becomes bait to flush out an infamous hitman. Then, on Knots Landing, Gary tries to stop Val's wedding.
Walk out of here with me right now.
While Abby is blackmailed into sabotaging Mac's murder case.
This is what you boys call playing hardball.
Thursday.
The Space Shuttle Discovery landed safely today at Edwards Air Force Base. The crew called the flight fantastic. I'm Marlene Sanders, CBS News, New York. More news later on this CBS station and on Night Watch.
This is CBS.
Weekdays fueled by heat. HB, determined to save his marriage to a woman whose needs he can no longer fulfill. Reva, torn by loyalty to her husband and a burning passion for Kyle, the man who now holds the power to tear their lives apart. Feel the heat on Guiding Light, weekdays.
Friday, can a down but not out actor beat the show business bug to save his marriage?
Someone is losing their mind.
Robert Urich and Meredith Baxter Burney, take your best shot.
The most important person in the whole wide world is you, and you hardly even know you. The most important person in the whole wide world is you. Come on, we'll show you. Let's find out more about the things you feel and do, 'cause you're the most important person in the world to you.
Not here. Not here. Not in here either. By the way, what are we looking for?
The tomato.
Of course, the tomato. Which tomato?
The one I just ate.
Aha! The one you ate?
Where does a tomato go when you eat it?
Where does food go when you eat it?
What's the answer?
I don't know. So let's ask some friends of mine who should know. Say, friend, we're trying to find out where food goes when you eat it.
I don't know where my food goes. I just know about the chewing because I have such nice strong teeth. That's the best thing I like doing. That's what teeth are for. Chewing. Neato. You chew food into little bits, so when you swallow it, it fits. Sure. Otherwise it'd be too big. But what's swallowing?
Sorry, friend. For chewing, you can ask a hare. But for swallowing, ask my friend out there.
Yoo-hoo, friend. We're trying to find out where food goes when you eat it.
I don't know where my food goes. I just know I like to swallow. Look, you'll see the food go down through my throat so smooth and hollow.
But where does food go when you swallow it?
Sorry, friend, about swallowing I can tell you all, but after that, give my friend a call.
Say, Mr. Hippo, we're trying to find out where food goes when you eat it.
Goes in your stomach. That's where food goes.
So that's what a stomach's for. That's where food lands when you swallow it.
Your stomach mixes up the food, gets it ready so it can speed it to all the other parts inside your body where they need it.
What parts of my body need food?
All of you, from head to toe, need food to make your body grow and energy to give you go. And that's about all that I know.
Does my body use all the food I eat?
After you eat, the thing that's best is to take yourself a little rest. I just know what the stomach's for. Maybe those kids can tell you more.
Your arms and legs, your hands and feet, they don't need everything you eat. So you go to the bathroom to let out the rest. Get rid of the waste because you use the best.
Well, all my friends knew something, but we never did find out about the tomato. Where did it go?
Sure we did. Put it all together and you've got the answer. I chewed it with my teeth, then I swallowed it, and it went down my throat. Do you follow it? Then it landed in my stomach. You're so smart! Where it was mixed up and sent out to every part. And my body didn't need every bit of it, so the waste, I went and got rid of it.
Wow, isn't it great that our bodies can do all that with food?
The most important person.
Made of pen and ink, she can win you with a wink. Ain't she cute? Sweet Bertie.
Come on, big boy, with that big smile, say you
what's the man? The pushing men and nothing to push him up. Hey, what's the man? The nothing to push him up, Ay, sacramente. Oh, yeah.
Go chase yourself. I surrender.
I'll see if he can take it.
Betty, nothing will ever tear us apart.
Here's a friend of Murray's and a friend of mine, a fellow who has just recently come to the fore again after many hits in a row. This is Mr. Lou Christie.
Listen to me, baby, you gotta understand. You're old enough to know the makings of a man. Listen to me, baby, it's hard to settle down. Am I asking too much for for you to stick around. Every boy wants a girl he can trust to the very end. Baby, that's you, won't you wait? But till then, when I feel it begging to be kissed, I can't stop, now I can't stop myself rising again. Nature's taken over my one-track mind. Believe it or not, you're in my heart all the time. All the girls are saying that you'll end up a fool. For the time being, baby, live by the rules. When I settle down, I want one baby on my mind. Forgive and forget, and I'll make up for all lost time. If she's put together fine, if she's in my mind, I can't stop, now I can't stop, stop rising in the pines, waiting for us around the bend. Picture in your mind, love forever. Until then, if she gives me a sign that she wants to make time, now I can't stop, now I can't stop, stop rising
Lightning striking again. That, of course, was Lou Christie.
And now, folks, it's time to say goodnight. We sincerely appreciate your patronage and hope we've succeeded in bringing you an enjoyable evening of entertainment. Please drive home carefully and come back again soon. Good night.